So again, I'm sorry, but the question really was about the purpose of going to a country like India that actually has riches to expend on projects that you might want to see after you bring awareness to the problem. Does it make a difference to you?
I don't think necessarily my photographs bring awareness to energy companies in particular, because I think people that are really looking for projects are out there and aware of what's out there. I think that if I had to really find something that was undiscovered, it's impossible. I think a lot of the landfill areas are already on maps and GPS. They kind of already know the advantages and disadvantages of each place, and it's just a matter of connecting and making it work out. My photographs just kind of accentuate and promote certain places, that it gives a better visual, it gives a better idea, it provides a better concept for a certain place. But in terms of like anyone having a lot of money and having the interest to do something to help the environment or to help people that live and work from landfills, they're pretty much already aware of what their options are.
Has there been an instance that you've run into in your travels and in your photographing that you thought stuck out for some personal reason?
Personal reason in what sense? Like,
validation that you knew that what you were doing was good and was actually contributing.
It had to have been the first photograph I took at La Chureca of Jose and Felix, and when it went on a national tour, and it spread awareness about children in distress, and it was the reason why I knew that I was on a good path, and I went back, and then the story started to develop and grow from there. So it was the very first photograph I took.
Okay. Has there a fourth question? I said there were going to be 5 questions, but to stick to script, if a fourth question might be, has there ever been a moment where you thought, this isn't working the way I wanted it to work? What could I do differently? And if so, what did you think at that moment you could do differently?
Sometimes it's hard to plan. Planning is really difficult. I try to do the best thing I can to plan a trip, and sometimes things fall through, things change, unpredictable things occur. I wish that Haiti was planned a little bit more thoroughly, but I had to make the best in 1 week when all my plans fell through the week before I was supposed to leave. But after I leave, I make so many connections. I know next time I go there, I don't have to pay tons of money for the interpreter and for security and a tour guide and a car and everything else. There's people there that are so willing to help me. One nice thing about Nicaragua is people were so willing to help. They wanted to be a part of it. They wanted to help. In other places, it's not that way. Every place has such a different dynamic to it. So planning is the thing that I always want to perfect. But the problem is if I go to a totally different country, you're replanning. So trying to get the basics down is unpredictable until you get there and you know what you're dealing with. And sometimes it's easy, and sometimes it's really tough.
And then the last question, is there a skill set that you don't have personally that you wish you had that would make your job easier in bringing awareness? You're a photographer by nature. That's a skill set. You've traveled the world many times over. You easily relate to people. Is there a skill set you don't have that you wish you had that would make things easier in getting and bringing awareness to your projects?
Probably a larger platform. I wish that my photographs could expand. That's why I keep growing and expanding this, because I want it to become bigger and bigger. It's something I want to be known for. I want it to be global, not just with the photographs I take, but with the exposure it gives out to people. So I would like better networking. I would love to be able to be in a place where I could work on this full time, right now I work, many different jobs, and I'm trying to, sustain this project just through my own funding, and then, trying to get the little bit of funding I can get from other people. So that takes up a lot of my time when I could be just doing so much more work, so much more faster. If I could just be working on the photography 24/7, and I would be doing that all the time, and it would spread and expand so much more quicker that way. So more networking.
Got it. Well, Tim, it's been a pleasure spending your birthday with you and understanding a little bit more of the hardships with what you do and how hard you work at getting it done. It's extremely hard work in every direction. Culturally, spiritually, emotionally. I do know this from just hearing your stories over the past years. And so I guess I just wanted to congratulate you on the work you've done so far. And I want to wish you well, because you've got a long, long, long time ahead of you to do what you want to do. So hopefully you achieve everything you wanted to achieve. And I wish you a very happy birthday. And I wish you long, long life, long, long success, calm, peace, and happiness. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much. It's been a great ride back to the hotel.
Yes, it's raining
I
outside.
hope this guy doesn't rip us off.
Well, if he does, we deserve it.
He deserves it too.
Exactly. Good night, all, from Atlantic City, New Jersey.
Jersey.
Jersey rocks. We don't have the hair for it, but Jersey rocks. Good night.
Good night.